Good morning, afternoon or evening, wherever you are. I'm Paul Clark and welcome to my studio. So what have I got for you lovely lot today? Well, it's another one that's been requested by you guys, and we're going to have a go at another shiny object. This time it's a brass or copper vase. So come and join me and we'll paint this one step by step together. So a few weeks back I did a little sketchbook tour and a few of you asked how I painted this brass or copper vase. So I started with a simple 10-minute sketch just to try and get the idea. Okay, so for today's materials, my paper is some Bockingford rough. It's £200, nice and thick so it won't need stretching, but of course any decent watercolour paper will do. And my colours today are cadmium yellow, cobalt blue, and I'm using some magenta, but you could use any bright pink, something like a quinacridone rose. Then I'm using some burnt sienna, burnt umber and Payne's grey, and just two brushes from my range, number 6 and number 12 round. So no drawing template today, as this is fairly simple, but what I do suggest when drawing anything that's symmetrical to put a centre line down the middle. It will just simply help you see that you have the two sides roughly the same, and you can always measure by marking on a sheet of paper. And of course rub it out afterwards. Off we go, and with clean water and my number 12 brush I'm just wetting the right hand and top side here. And then just dabbing in straight into the wet some cobalt blue with a straight edge along the bottom. A little splatting too. And for my greens, my normal mix of cadmium yellow and cobalt blue. And I really want these flowers in the vase here to play a very secondary role, so I'm just going to paint them in a very blurry, simple way. A little bit of splatting as always. And for these darker greens, simply adding in more cobalt blue. Now for the flowers, all very loose, almost semi-abstract. I'm just dropping some blobs into the wet. And I'm dropping in some very bluey greens as well as some very yellowy greens. Now my board is at an angle of about 10 degrees, so I do get that nice little bit of movement with the paint. So now these washes are in their damp stage, I'm just dropping in a few dollops of clean water, hopefully to force a few back runs. And down here, so I've got something to reflect into the vase, I'm just putting in some simple shapes to suggest some petals. Then again dropping in a little dollop of clean water to force a back run. And here you can see those lovely effects you get by dropping that clean water into a damp wash. And once that's dry, I'm coming in with a very wet and watery wash of cadmium yellow and yellow ochre, using my number 12 brush, getting it in nice and quickly. And while that's still wet, using a clean damp brush to just lift out a few of these highlights. And I'm even using a tissue here to suck up some of that paint. Right, so I am having to work quite fast here because while that's still wet, I'm just dropping in on this right hand shadow side some burnt sienna. So here I want the reflection from those petals, so in we go with that magenta again, still into the wet. And now I'm just bringing up that shadow intensity by dropping in some burnt umber. Now shadows on coppery and brass objects are always going to have that warm brown feel to them. And here a nice thick consistency of cadmium yellow. Some of the washes are still damp, so there's still going to be a little bit of movement, but here I'm just spreading the colour down. And here for this car shadow, I'm simply painting it in with some Payne's Grey, but softening the edges with clean water. And then I'm dropping a little bit of the gold colour into the wash. So now we need to let this totally dry, so it's a perfect time for a short break. But hang on, this was sent to me from one of my youngest viewers. Take it away, Luca.
It's time to let this totally dry, and a perfect time for a short break and a glass of light from the mountain by Crumbly and Hams.
Well, there we go. So now this has dried, we can start beginning to put in the detail. And this is some burnt umber, still using my number 12 brush. A little more water in the mix here just to get a slightly lighter value. So a lot of what we see in shiny objects are really reflections from other objects. So here I'm just sort of putting in blobby shapes to suggest something. And with all this sort of engraving detail you see on this vase, I'm really not trying to make it look too obvious. It's all very simplified, loose, semi-abstract almost, just trying to suggest detail without necessarily painting it all in. It's basically what I call blagging it. And also, please excuse my slightly rough voice. I have been suffering from a rather nasty cold, and I'm just getting over it. And I'm going to let that dry again. Then I'm coming in with a really deep, strong, dark value of the Payne's Grey and burnt umber. Sorry about my hair, keep getting in the way, and definitely in need of a cut. And my usual technique of just softening a few edges with a damp tissue. Okay, so now to add on a few light highlights, and I'm using a yellow pastel pencil here, but you could use some acrylic or gouache. Okay, now for some really nice bright white highlights, and I've been using this Posca white ink pen recently. I do find it's one of the most opaque white pens you can get. And again, you can use some white acrylic or gouache. There we go, all done, and this one in about 1 hour 20 minutes. So looking at it with fresh eyes the next morning, I can see those petals don't really make sense because the vase and the flowers behind aren't really linked. So I think I need to make it look more obvious that the flowers are coming from the vase. So a few simple strokes of dark green coming directly out from the top of the vase. And then next I'm going to cheat and take a little bit of a red soft pastel and just put a petal falling in front of the lip of the vase. And smudging with my finger so it doesn't look too obvious. And of course you need to put its reflection in. Just a little touch of white pastel here, smudging it in again. There we go, this time we're done. Well, I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did, and you'll give it a go. Have a look around your house and see if you can find anything shiny, anything copper or brass or gold, and give it a go yourself. And of course, please don't forget to like, subscribe if you haven't already, leave a comment. I do read every single one, and big apologies I haven't been able to reply to everyone's recently, been really busy, but I do read them all. And of course I look forward to seeing you all again next week for another Watercolour Wednesday. Bye for now.